It's Operation Babble with Myke Shrews. It's pop culture, music, movies, TV too. It's time to explore life. It's Operation Babble time.
Michael, can you hear me? I was, man, oh man, it's been a while
It's been a minute.
and a half.
Yeah.
I have just been rolling through all kinds of stuff, man. And there's news out there. There's so much going on. I don't know if it's all necessarily good.
Nothing is good if it's the news, dude. Nothing.
Everything's,
Nothing.
everything's, God, all the trailers that have come out and stuff. I'm like, so have you seen anything lately?
I saw the Terminator Dark Fate trailer, the final one apparently,
Yeah.
and it kind of ruins it because I was actually interested, and now I'm just like, I just saw the whole movie. You guys broke up the big points and stuff, like Arnold's like little thing. The way the first trailer showed it, it was all right. You wondered, and now you're just like, wow, fuck.
Well, and it's like they did a lot of stuff that's like filling in context for like why a lot of the decisions they have been being made.
Right.
It's like, I was like, I can probably already guess the plot of this, which I mean, like 50 other people have already said the same thing. It's like, well, Eddie Furlong's going to be in it, but we didn't see him. You know, it's because he's probably going to fucking die at the beginning of the movie. Eddie Furlong.
Is he in it? I didn't even see.
Yeah, I believe he's casted to be in it for like a minute, like to cameo. So I'm like, oh, okay, so he's gonna die then, and most likely Arnold Schwarzenegger killed him.
Either that, or he's playing the older future version of himself in the future that sends the one chick back in time.
I mean, oh god,
because they got to keep up with the Terminator. So and he doesn't have his dad to send back in time anymore. Spoilers. But
oh my god,
you know,
it just hurt my soul. It felt so cheap
because it's a direct sequel to T2. So whatever they do means it's absolutely like dick to canon. 3 or Salvation or Genesis.
Which, like, I mean, who cares? Those movies are pretty much one-offs anyway.
Yeah.
Oh man,
all of them. Salvation was the only one too that didn't deal with time travel, which was weird. I was like, why is this even a Terminator movie?
Man, that trailer just felt ugh. I hate it. I was like, and I was actually kind of considering going to see it just because I was like, oh, you know what? I don't know a lot about it. I know they're gonna do something dumb, but at least. Yeah, I'll be willing to take a look. And then I saw that trailer and I'm so out. Like I'm just like I'm so good. Like the robot looks kind of dumb. Like the new Terminator, and like a lot of the CGI looks really bad. Like when they were walking out of the water, the Terminators were walking out of the machines were walking out of the water.
Yeah.
Hannah and I were looking at it and Hannah goes, "Looks like Pirates of the Caribbean." I'm like, "Fucking Christ." I was like, "Yeah, it kind of does." I was like, oh, it just looks so broken. It's just, and like I can't take the big tall skinny chick seriously. I just can't.
Big tall the
whatever the new robot is.
The
new hero.
Enhanced humanoid person.
Sure.
According to her. I mean, come on, didn't we do that in Salvation too, where they took the human and then they just put the shit in him? I think they're just grabbing from each individual flop movie and tossing it into one, being like, it's a direct sequel from 2. You got to see it.
It's crazy. It's like, just let that franchise die, please. It's just been puppeting a corpse for like 5 years.
Just imagine what happens to it once Arnie goes and they don't have him to shove in there no more. And then they just decide, oh, we're going to reboot this. Which they tried to do with Genesis, but...
Yeah.
I mean, he was still in there.
Well, it was just like, you were fucking up Linda Hamilton's character at that point too. It's just like, why wouldn't you cast somebody that kind of looks like her? It was really strange. That whole thing was.
In
weird.
Which one?
Genesis.
Yeah.
Because Emilia Clarke playing fucking Sarah Connor. Like,
Yeah.
come on. Are you kidding me? That was insane. No, thank you.
We already got one.
That movie looks fucking terrible. And it's funny that you brought up Salvation, because you just watched another Sam Worthington movie. If nobody remembers, that's Jake Sully from Avatar.
No one remembers that name. No one watched Avatar.
Everybody watched Avatar, nobody
Avatar.
remembers it. But nobody remembers it.
They think it was the best movie ever. They might have confused that with Ferngully, I think,
Yeah, Pocahontas in space. But yeah, Sam Worthington was in. Yeah, he was the robot in fucking Salvation.
Yeah.
But you just watched another one with him in it.
Yeah, Clash of the Titans, the
What'd you think?
2010 remake of it, which I've seen it before. It's just been a long time.
Well, yeah, but now you got fresh eyes on it. What do you think?
I mean, as far as like CG stuff goes, that shit holds up better than some of the movies just from a couple years ago, dude.
Yeah,
like
I believe it.
it doesn't look super terrible, but of course with eyes, like you're always gonna look at, oh well, this movie's almost 10 years old, so I'll give it a little leeway, but it still holds up compared to some movies just a few years ago, especially some Marvel movies a few years ago. But as far as like, the acting, he's very like kind of monotone drawl in it. Like, he's just very eh. But if you watch the original one, the guy that played him in the original one, he had that same tone to him. So maybe they were just trying to match the tone. I'm not sure. So
hey man, typecasting exists.
Everyone else in there though that freaking dies was the main talent of that movie, dude. It was so much better. But then you had freaking Liam Neeson as Zeus.
Yeah, right. That movie's strange. I don't know. A lot of cracking jokes.
Yeah, and for some reason, when it first came out, when I first watched it, and I was an adult at this time, but I still thought that Zeus and Hades were both being played by Liam Neeson for some reason. And then it wasn't until like 2 years after the movie came out that I realized that Hades was a different actor.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Because they kind of like look a little like, I was like, oh, just a little makeup, maybe, yeah. But
wow,
no.
you're racist. All white people look alike.
They do.
Oh man, God, what else? This I did see
we will be watching Wrath of the Titans soon though.
Oh, I heard that was just garbage.
That was a fun one. That was the whole reason I watched Clash of Titans last night, so we could watch. I
did not mind the first one. The second one was just absurd.
Yeah.
Kind of reminded me of like how you went from like the Mummy to the Mummy Returns. Like it got insane.
I would say when you went from the Mummy Returns to like the Tomb of the Dragon Emperor.
Oh fuck! I even forgot that was a movie. That's funny that I forgot because I reminded Hannah that there was a fourth one. She's like, "What?" I was like, "Yeah, fucking."
No, that was the third one.
The third one.
Yeah,
because he goes to. I don't know why I keep putting the Rock Scorpion King in there.
Yeah. Because it's a spinoff. The Rock loves to get into franchises and gets his own spinoff. So.
Right. He's what they used to call him. They used to call him franchise Viagra. Like you bring him in to to get it back up, get your numbers up.
That was his first movie. Was the Scorpion King or the Mummy 2 was his first movie.
And fucking, I was telling Anna, I was like, oh fuck, I was like, oh yeah, fucking Jet Li's in this. And she's like, what? I was like, yeah, they go to like China and they raise like all those statues.
Yeah.
They're all mummies. And she's like, I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm like,
yeah, the Rock Army or whatever.
That movie was so fucking forgettable. It was crazy. Man. Oh. Yeah, I don't remember that. The first one's just so good. Yeah. What were you going to do? Like, come on. What other
the third one too, they also had to replace the mom because the actress didn't come back for that. It was a completely different mom in the third movie.
It wasn't Rachel Weisz?
No, it was I don't remember who played the mom, but it was a completely different lady. Let's look it up, shall we?
Because I know Jonathan came back.
Yeah. So the whole cast came back except for Evelyn O'Connell. They recast her with Maria Bello.
Oh.
So
God, I really I know I saw that movie, but it is just
and you
so
can
hard
you
to
can
remember.
really tell the difference in the mom too. It's not like when they recast her, it was like when they switched out the moms in the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air or some shit like that. Like you could really tell this was a different chick because her accent sucks and everything else. It was just horrible.
Damn.
It's like if you're gonna recast someone to take a role where they have to have a decent accent, at least get an actress that can pull off the accent really good.
Yeah, fuck. Oh man, rough accents can be brutal. I was trying to think. I just saw some. Apparently, Hilary Duff was in some Charlie Manson movie.
Hilary Duff.
I don't know. I think it's on Netflix.
Hilary Duff in. Really?
Yeah, I saw. I don't know how it came up, but it was Ralph the Movie Maker or something.
The Haunting of Sharon Tate.
Yeah, that was it.
I did not see this trailer.
Wow, what a piece of shit.
Is the movie released?
I believe so. I think it's on Netflix.
Because I see the trailers here, but I don't see anything else.
It's so crazy how bad it is. She tries to do this accent that it's cringeworthy. Always feels bad, man, when
is
you get an actor that can't do a fucking accent worth a damn.
is it a Charles Manson movie or
It's inspired by or something.
is she supposed to play? I guess that would tell me because it's called The Haunting of Sharon Tate. So I would assume either she's Sharon Tate or she is. Okay, yeah. So it takes place around then, kind of like I haven't seen it yet, but Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, it revolves around the same.
Comparing it to.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
No, it's just auto played on my feed, and I was like, "What the hell is this movie?" And I didn't know Hilary Duff was still fucking acting. I was like, "Wow, Lizzie McGuire's coming back. What's happening?"
Well, she is coming back as Lizzie McGuire.
Oh yeah, you told me that. God, I just thought you were fucking trolling me.
That's what I thought D23 was doing, was trolling everybody. They're like, we're gonna we cast this girl to play Lizzie McGuire and you know, and then they brought her out and I was like, the fucker, what?
Oh my god. Man, Disney really just scraping the bottom of the barrel, man. Man, fucking Disney Plus. Fuck that app. Oh god, I hate Disney. They're annoying. They're really annoying. Mandalorian looks cool as shit though. I've heard all kinds of plot leaks all over the place about the new Star Wars movie coming out.
Yeah. What'd you think of well, we talked about the trailer, I believe. For Mandalorian.
Right. Yeah. I don't know if we talked about it, but I'll talk about it again, man. I'm fucking pumped for it.
It looks good. And
with Jon Favreau running it, it looks awesome.
I'm kind of annoyed that trailer looks better than anything that they've done in their movies lately.
Yeah, I know. It's insane. It's absolutely insane. I mean, God, and it's night and day, too. It feels great. It feels like the OT.
Yeah.
When I'm watching that trailer and... Man, it's just, how do you get it so wrong? Just watching this franchise fucking die. There are rumors right now that they have several cuts of the new movie pretty much done, and they're out screen testing different versions of it to see which one's going to be the best, just to try and save the dumpster fire
of the new movie.
Mm-hmm.
The
Rise of Skywalker,
the Swiss Army movie.
God, with her, the fucking Dark Ray with that stupid fucking lightsaber. I want to die. That gif though of the Sith, multi-tool is fucking hysterical. That's so funny.
It's,
oh God, fuck that movie.
I watched that trailer once, and I was like, okay, it's all right. And then they did that at the end, and I was like, it didn't even look good at all.
No, it looked like shit. Like her face looked fake. It looked like they CGI'd it in there.
And we're talking about the part in the trailer, guys. If you haven't seen it, she like shows off her new lightsaber, which is like a lightsaber, but then it converts into freaking Darth Maul's lightsaber.
Yeah,
with like a twist of the wrist. I'm like, that's got to be a very bad flaw too.
Wait, what? I mean, also with that fucking trailer, dude. Like, do you love the fact that the first like half of it is all the original movies?
Yeah.
Footage, like there's nothing even new.
Yeah.
And then it's like, and then they just spitted that shot of Darth Maul with his double lightsaber to set up her doing the thing at the end, like, oh, see, it's cool.
Yeah.
God, it's so fucking dumb, dude. This movie is gonna bomb.
This is why Disney should not get their lightsaber ideas from the people building lightsabers at the theme parks.
Fuck, man. It literally kind of reminded me of like those packages you get at Walmart where you can put all these like huge attachments to your lightsaber.
They have them if you go to like Disney World at the end of like one of the Star Wars rides, it opens up, or like, you know how they make you walk to freaking gift shops. You walk in there and it's all that is. You know, you put together your own lightsaber, and now of course with the Star Wars area too, it's even worse. And like, you know, you build your own lightsaber. They cost a fortune first. It's like Build-A-Bear, but for your lightsaber. And they have cameras in there. They're like, submit your design, and I'm like, what? You guys are just like wanting people to create something cool for you, and this is what you get. Damn Swiss Army freaking one.
Man, that tinfoil hat got on there real quick. You're like, fucking, people don't even know it. They're slaves. They're paying to give us our crazy ideas. Oh, you turn the frogs.
It's when you don't like if you make. This is going off the rails, but if you make your own like clothes too, like say you're goth and you make your own like goth type outfits and shit, do not wear that shit into Hot Topic, because you will see it on the shelves in 2 months. You will. I did it. I saw it. I was pissed off.
Do you feel like you're a trendsetter? Like you were.
It's like their cameras like just hit you and they see everything and they're like, hey, we should design that. That looks cheap to make.
I was putting safety pins in my shirt way before they started selling them like that. Shit.
Mine was a blood spatter outfit, actually.
Okay, calm down, Dexter. Damn. Oh God.
So I take it you love the new Star Wars trailer and you're gonna go see it then, right?
Oh yeah, no, fuck that movie. And I'm kind of like fuck. I'm so like fuck Disney right now. Like it's insane. I want to watch them burn right now. Like I'm so pissed.
Dude.
The more I think about what they did to Star Wars, the more I get annoyed. And I wasn't even that big of a fan, but like watching it burn so hard. And then like Predator sucks and like all these other movies suck. And I blame Disney for everything. Even if they don't own them, I don't care. They're the ones making the formula. And they're buying everything up, dude.
Yeah.
Eventually you're going to have to get the Disney Plus app to watch anything.
I've noticed that a lot of the stuff I've been watching lately is not Disney owned, which is interesting. Like I've been paying attention to like, you know, who's making it, who's like distributing and everything. A lot of it's all Warner Brothers now that I've been doing. I'm like, this is interesting. Like, cause it's entertaining in a way that's not like super glossy all the time.
Yeah.
Like, granted, I mean, some of them were not that great, but I don't put that on the studio necessarily as I do, like, you know, whoever was in charge of that specific project.
That universe.
Because Warner Brothers is known to give a lot more creative freedom to their filmmakers.
You're starting to see the shift back, man. Like, everybody's talking about this Joker movie real hard right now.
Yeah.
Like,
which I'm annoyed about because it's like, you know, there's all this hype of building it up, and all these people are talking about it being like an Oscar contender and shit right now already.
Yeah.
The movie hasn't even come out it doesn't come out for like another month almost, like sometime in October. Man. And I'm just like, you guys are hyping it up so much. Either one, people are going to be let down by it because it's not going to live up to the hype, or two, you're going to get people scared to go see it because they don't want to go see something that's like an Oscar movie. They just want their blockbuster
I don't think
movie.
That's not going to deter anybody. Like hearing it's like an Oscar movie. That's not going to change it. Anybody who was going to go see this is going to go see it.
That's true.
You know, it's like, hey, I was going to buy a ticket. Well, did you hear that it might get an Oscar? It's like, okay. It's like I was already going.
I have not gone to see movies just because they were nominated for Oscars. Actually,
why? That sounds so dumb. If
do
you
I
were
need
already
to see La La
go,
Land? Did I need to see La La Land?
Okay, I'm not. See, that's
See?
different. That's not what I said. I said if you were already gonna go.
Oh, okay.
Hearing that it was an Oscar thing's not gonna change your mind. You were already gonna go.
Dark Fate is going to be nominated for an Oscar.
Yeah, don't
How
worry,
many movies they can make Arnie play the same damn character?
Damn. Just that poor man. Love him to death.
When this is
Arnie
all
Styles.
over, I'm going to kill you. Okay.
Yeah.
It's so
kill the franchise. Oh my god, it's so horrible.
I feel that all these movies being written now are like going through the hands of the guys who screwed up Game of Thrones.
Fucking D&D.
They're just like, what did you do to get people to watch your stuff? And then, how did you flop it?
How did you burn it to the ground so fantastically that like everybody hated it?
Yeah.
Like, it's amazing. Well, and I mean, they're gonna be writing the next trilogy of fucking Disney Star Wars movies, assuming that this one doesn't bomb horrifically.
I've heard rumors that they might not even do like another trilogy, but like build. I've heard multiple things like that.
Well, the rumor was originally they are planning to do a Knights of the Old Republic.
Okay.
And it was supposed to be a trilogy. That's what I've heard.
Well, dude that did the last one, wasn't he supposed to get his own trilogy? But I think they've canned that.
They're still working on that. It would just be another separate 3 movies. But dude, if this next movie bombs, I don't think that's gonna happen. Oh, and also you got to see how his movie's gonna do, the Knives Out or whatever.
Oh yeah, because he did the
Yeah, if that bombs, he's probably not going to get his own trilogy. But if it does well, then they'll go, yeah, fuck it. Let's just keep giving him crap. Because people will fucking go see anything.
Right.
It's crazy.
It's funny, too. Like, people will talk about those things and be like, oh, he's contracted already. I was like, Disney doesn't give a shit if you're contracted. They'll just let it go and pay you the rest of the money that they owed you.
Yeah.
Why waste the millions of dollars that they could potentially make, or billions that, you know.
Yeah, it's like a $1.2 million that to put you on retainer for this movie, or okay, yeah, let's spend like $250 million to make a movie that's gonna bomb.
Right.
You know, it's like, why? Okay. Fucking Mickey Mouse sneezes $1 million.
Do they pull in that money to pay off one director from a theme park day?
Fuck crazy.
Easy.
I don't know, man. Galaxy's Edge is hurting though. They really need one of their franchises to click again. Hopefully they don't sink Marvel as fast.
Right.
They're trying though. I can tell you that right now.
They're going really fast at it. I had this argument with somebody the other day because, you know, Disney's doing their Marvel world now at their theme parks. Like, they're breaking it up into different bases, Avenger bases and shit like that around the world at different parks. And I was like, they're just rushing it. Like, they're really rushing. And the person was like, no, because they've been doing the movies for like a decade, so it's not really rushing. I was like, no, they're literally rushing it. They're rushing this shit way too much. Yeah, the movie's been coming out that long, but it doesn't mean nothing. Those are movies, and they didn't even do all of the movies for the 10 years. Other studios did
it's like
first
it
couple.
didn't even really gain that much popularity until
Avengers.
You know,
the first one.
I'd probably say Avengers proved that this formula was working.
Yeah.
So then everybody wanted to stick with it. It was like,
and if it wouldn't have, then they would just went on their merry old way and done solo films again. And
Exactly. They would have just made an Iron Man 3, which they did. Disney's scrambling. They're fucking some shit up right now, and it's crazy. It's pretty funny to watch. But speaking of Marvel, I did finally start watching the season 7, I believe, of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
6.
The one that just came out.
6.
Is it 6?
Yeah.
I'm on episode 7. That's what it is.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. I'm digging it.
Yeah. We're gonna start doing it, so we'll see. As soon as I heard that it was like not connected to the movies and stuff anymore, I was kind of like, I can push it on the back burner then. Doesn't
even matter. The show is so good on its own.
Yeah.
It's so good. I would just say if you like what's going on with DC Legends of Tomorrow, you'll definitely like this season. It does a lot of that stuff.
Yeah.
Even has like some of that old school Star Trek-y, like original Star Trek-y charm to it. So it's good stuff. God, and the actors are fucking good, man. Like all the actors on that show are great. But yeah, God, I've just been rolling through some shit, man. I finished the latest season, I believe season 3 of The Good Place.
Oh yeah, how'd you like it? Because we're on like episode 2, I think. Mm-hmm. We do it with the kids, so.
I would like your opinion. I really like the show. Season 1 and 2 were just really fucking awesome. I just think like, the characters were really cool. They got they just really tackled that weird like hyperbolic character with hyperbolic stuff going on. Like they balance all that stuff really,
I liked
really well.
For the first 2 seasons was the first season you didn't understand what was going on really. So it was kind of cool. And then at the second season you know what's happening, but then they still flip it up on you, make it entertaining in a way that's not like the same cycled bullcrap.
Their world building was really good. Like they really slowly brought in certain elements and like made the story bigger and bigger and added a bunch of characters.
Yeah.
The problem with season 3 is that they started doing it again and then they got a little too weird with it. Like they were really starting to get like it almost felt like they ran out of ideas and they were trying to like hone it back in.
Yeah.
Like they made the world too big and they were trying to pull it back. And so you had to kind of swallow a lot of really goofy plot points. And the show got a lot more meta. Like usually I think it was around like episode 7 of this season you'll see you kind of start seeing like less subtle dialogue about like social ideology.
And it gets more forced in and shit.
Yeah, it's like the show always did really good about talking about like, you know, tackling the ideas of religion and what does good mean and what's to be morally good versus whatever. And they were really good at like not shoving it in your face and making it about like, you know, the actual world, like breaking the fourth wall.
Yeah.
They kind of start getting a little soapboxy and it's kind of like, I know what you're doing. You're not being subtle anymore. You're literally telling me.
Well, they tend to do that in a lot of things nowadays, where they don't stay subtle with it. And the show that Amazon actually just dropped about the fairies stuff, I forget what it's called.
Carnival Row.
Carnival Row. I heard
it's Orlando Bloom, dude.
Yeah.
And Cara Delevingne.
I want to see it just because it looked interesting.
It looks cool.
People keep telling me stuff about it, you know, why they like it and stuff. And a lot of it's because of like the racial tension type stuff they put into it. And they're like, it's like right out there on Front Street. They tell me that. And I'm like, I don't want it right out there, you know, right on the top layer. I want it to be underneath something.
Yeah, if you want that superficial shit, go see Bright on fucking Netflix. There you go. It's the same
I like Bright.
Thing. Of course. I
can't wait for Bright 2, dude. They're supposed to be doing a sequel to that.
My problem with Bright is that the dialogue is fucking horrendous and the story makes like barely any sense. But I like the world. Like I'm really bummed. That would have worked better as a show, like a TV show.
I mean, if you want that, just go watch Alien Nation, the TV show.
Well, I saw District 9. I'm good. It's just, yeah, I don't know.
But I mean, I'm all for putting that stuff in the movies and TV shows, but it's like sometimes because I already read into the movies a little bit anyways,
Yeah.
you can really tell it, and then it's just like, okay, I don't need it pushed in my face. I understand these things.
Yeah.
So I get it, like they do it for like the dumbed down audiences that don't really understand.
Or they just want to hear. They're just saying the rhetoric that they know people want to hear. It's like, I'm gonna say this statement because I know it's hot on Twitter right now. It's fucking annoying. But I mean, the show still has like its little twist thing at the end, like they're really good at doing. And I was just told that the next season is the final season.
Yeah.
So that's good, because I really was saying, like, my initial thought after I finished this season is I feel like they kind of phoned it in towards the end. A lot of the actors feel really strange, like they're pretending to be there. I know this sounds really dumb, but see if you can decipher what I mean. Is like, it felt like the actors were pretending to be their characters again.
Right.
It was like they weren't actually acting. It was like, I'm just saying this thing that would kind of sound like him. Like, I don't know. It must have it felt like maybe a late minute reshoot or something. It felt really strange.
Yeah.
But it was still good. I like the actors a lot, and I like the story, and I think it's really goofy. Maya Rudolph kind of overacts too.
Yeah.
Chews up the scene a little bit. She does this thing like where they're like 2 minutes and she's like moving her arms and shoulders around. I wanted to kind of, there were so many things I wanted to do that were violent. I was so annoyed. I was like, please, just, can we get through this scene? I get it. She's funny. Okay, please stop.
Right.
Women are funny. But I like it. I hope the next season's really good, because this one wasn't bad, but goddamn, season 1 and 2 are just so good.
I
love Jason.
Get through it. I'll let you know what I think. Like, I don't like. Well, I mean, I can't say I don't like watching things like that because I watch Supergirl. So, but yeah, anything with those undertones, like, keep them as undertones.
Yeah.
Like,
well, just
let people
clever.
think about it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't assume your audience is just stupid drones. Like, then you get movies like Disney does.
Well, it leaves your audience, like, everybody has a chance to interpret or infer it their own way. If you're not like literally telling me what your theme of the movie is, then it gives everybody a chance to kind of read into it a little bit more and actually do the exercise of, thinking critically about the deal. I think people forget about that. It's like, God, why do you just talk about movies? It's like, because that's the thing I care about. Like, people forget, it's like, I'm not always like criticizing a movie to be critical of it or to be like, oh, it's terrible. It's like, no, this is how I watch movies. I engage with film because I enjoy it. I
mean, sometimes you do come off a little elitist, though. So
so what? And what the hell does elitist even mean? Like, what? Like, I'm the authority on it?
Yeah.
It's like, well, certain movies, yeah, probably. Like Aquaman, I've seen the movie 20 times. It's like, or more. And they're like, well, you hate it? Yeah. Because it's like, I've watched commentaries ripping it apart. I've done re-edits to prove that it's technically bad.
Yeah.
Like, no, and it's like, well, and then also it's funny because then people send me videos of the critics or movie reviewers or whoever that they listen to, and I go, yeah, I've listened to these guys years ago, and yeah, I stopped listening to them because they don't make sense, or I've seen breakdowns of people like ripping their stuff apart, and it's like, fuck, I used to watch CinemaSins like every day, and almost took it like, oh, he's doing like a real thing, like these are problems in the movie, and he's doing it comedically, kind of, I think. But then there would be certain movies like he'd just tear apart. And then I got to a point where I was like, even like really good movies or like critically acclaimed movies and stuff, he was finding like weird things to nitpick on it. And it was like, I can't tell if he's like legitimately reviewing it or if this is a joke or okay, he's just doing it because he's got a formula.
Right.
And it's like, or Collider. Collider is a great one. When they got bought out, you could tell their like, their content started to change. Like, their reviews weren't getting like a lot less negative reviews were coming in, if that makes sense. And like, you could tell certain companies were not being criticized as hard. It's weird. I don't know. And this video essay shit is so weird to me now.
Yeah.
I guess it's just because I hated all that, like, just, I don't know, like overly poetic ways of looking at movies, like from film school. It's like everything had to be like philosophical. It's like, well, really, they're all just stories at the end of the day. It's
they're all
like,
basically the same format of stories too, so it doesn't really matter much.
Like, yeah, you know, it's like, it's kind of like the person who's like, well, you could watch the movie and they go, well, you see why they lit this scene so dark? You can barely see anything because it's supposed to make you uncomfortable and make you in a...
Or maybe they just didn't have the budget to afford the lights.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, I would look at it like that too. It's like, if I literally can't see what's going on, like, was this a artistic choice or is this a fuck up?
Yeah.
Like, what happened?
Yeah.
You know? And that's the way I look at stuff, just because I like both sides. I like the mechanics of, why did they pick this music, this shot, these colors? What, like, response were they trying to get, and did they nail it?
Right.
Because, like, a perfect example is with Last Jedi, the opening scene or whatever, when Luke throws his lightsaber over his shoulder. I remember, based on the end of Force Awakens, and then you get to The Last Jedi, it was like I was ready for this big stoic thing to happen, or maybe something sad or something epic to happen.
Right.
And he just chucks it over his shoulder. And the way he does it, I remember sitting there going, wait, what? But then in the theater, you hear like one or two people go,
Yeah.
and I'm like, see, that shows that your movie's tone deaf. And I was like, I wonder why they made those decisions. And then when
Dude,
you
Mark
think about
Hamill
it,
even wondered why they made those decisions, and he was
you know
there.
what I mean? And it's just like, it's like when people are confused about stuff, and then people defend it with weird ass like reasoning. It's like, well, don't you see that the lightsaber like it killed younglings and stuff? Like, he doesn't want it. I was like, he was given it by Obi-Wan as its father's,
And he didn't
fucking
even know
lightsaber.
any of that stuff. So
Yeah, it's the most important thing to him in the galaxy, I bet. If anything, he'd be wondering, well, did you bring the hand too? Like, I don't know. It's, yeah, I guess I just listen to this shit every day. I just love breaking down movies to like the bare bones.
yeah.
Because it helps you helps you appreciate the good stuff. Because if you don't notice the difference between good and bad, then what's even the point? You know? I don't know. Why even go to film school? It's like, why bother? Just go make something, because it's all the same, right?
I guess, I mean, yeah. Yes
Why
and
bother?
no.
Why?
I like to, like, I'll badmouth some things. Or, like, certain aspects, but I'll still watch the shit. Just because I'm that way. I love being entertained. And I hope that what I'm watching entertains me. Not all the time does it entertain me. Sometimes I'm just sit there, like, this is not, no.
Well,
but I try and find the entertaining aspects in everything that I can. Sometimes you just can't do it. And I could be critical about a lot of things, but I don't want to ruin it for myself by thinking it all the time,
Yeah.
That's why I have you on here. So
yeah. No, and it's like, well, and that's the other thing too, is I think a lot of people, and this has happened, I think this is why every fucking internet thread goes to hell, is because I think people aren't necessarily wrong. They're just both arguing the wrong, like, different things.
Right.
Like, it's like, well, don't engage with me in the subjective stuff about it. It's like, that's great. You liked it. That's cool. But don't tell me the fucking cartoon squid is a good idea when you're trying to ground your film, and like, you don't have anything else like that the rest of the movie. It's like, You know, it's like,
yeah, there's things that, you know, your subjective feelings about the movie or opinions, it doesn't really matter when you're debating the actual movie or show. But
it's like, I was like, dude, the editing is terrible. And it's like, why? Because I've literally took it in and I've seen like missed frames and like really bad match cuts and like, it's so fucking bad. And like they used a first person like Call of Duty shot. It was so weird. I don't know. that technically that movie's a mess. And I've watched it 1,000 times and I laugh at it dearly. It's brought me a lot of joy. It's just, I don't know. It's just funny. It's just annoying. It's just because the problem is if these movies that are really shallow and keep ruining franchises are just making money still for some reason, it's bad for movies because you're not going to get anything that's going to stick.
Maybe with companies like Disney, maybe that's their plan. Maybe it is to take all these franchises that everybody loves so much and ruins them so badly that the bullshit that they do that's original later on will actually be like really good to people because they won't be pissed off that they're ruining their franchises. And that people will actually go and see the original quote unquote content.
Oh, I don't care anymore. It's dead already. That's the mentality I want. No, it's just weird to see so many different shows and movies all making the exact same mistakes.
Honestly,
it's strange.
With companies like, a lot of companies do it too. But with companies like Disney, Disney should never have owned the Star Wars stuff because of the way that they do everything. Like, I mean, Star Wars already was a marketing platform, period. Like, you were making money on that no matter what you did. Like, they could literally bought Star Wars and just kept putting the DVDs and Blu-rays out and 4K version and all that shit out and made so much money.
But it was, I mean, they had all the tools. I don't know. You had all the actors again, and you had all these books from like the last like 20, 30 years of people writing fan fiction or like literally publishing books that are considered canon. It's like, why didn't you just lift from those?
Well,
they had literal like that's what people wanted. It's like, how do you fuck this up so bad? It's crazy. It's so funny because then everybody's argument's like, well, what? Do you want Luke, Leia, and Han to be in every movie? It's like, no, in the extended universe, they had kids.
Right.
And they focused on them. It was like, just people are dumb. I hate it. Like, nobody thinks past them.
Dude, like, take the Force Unleashed video game and turn that into a movie. Dude,
I'd watch it. I mean, canonically, it's kind of all jacked up, especially in the second game. But goddamn, those games are fun. They're a lot of fun. Dude, speaking of fucking fun games, man, I finally got to turn on fucking Spider-Man from PS4 for the PS4. I played like 3 hours, dude. That shit is glorious.
Yeah.
That game is so much fun. Oh my god. Like web slinging through the city is like the most fun thing ever.
Yeah.
It just feels like it's essentially just feels like a big GTA mod. Like it's just Grand Theft Auto, but you're fucking Spider-Man with like a lot of Assassin's Creed elements. It's fucking fun. I'm gonna play the shit out of that. Oh boy. Oh, and fucking video games. God, I'm seguing all over the place. A fucking beloved game turned trading card game turned video game. Back to a video game.
TV show.
Now also a movie, a TV show.
Multiple TV shows too.
And now we got a movie.
We had movies, cartoon movies.
I watched
live action.
This franchise. I watched this little movie called Detective Pikachu.
Yeah, what'd you think? I just watched it too. So what did you think? Because I have a basic knowledge of Pokemon, so my knowledge is just, Pika and Team Rocket and shit like that.
And to use your word, I'm like a original like 151 elitist. I really loved the 151. Like that was that was my shit. They started adding like way too much.
Yeah.
And I really don't give a toss about anything beyond that. Dude, I fucking like this movie. I really do.
Yeah.
I thought it was really good.
I was really shocked because there's gonna be spoilers for this movie. So fuck off,
I always
people.
assume, yeah.
Yeah. I was really shocked though that like they blew their load like in the first sequence, and you get to see Mewtwo, because Mewtwo was always like that, hidden gem. You never just like saw him right up front in the movies or anything, because they did like 2 movies with Mewtwo, right? They did. Yeah.
He was in the Pokemon 2000.
Okay, yeah.
Like
I was just shocked that they like threw him in. Like he was the first Pokemon you see
in the cartoon movie. You see him at the beginning. He breaks out of the lab.
Really?
It's just like this. Yeah.
See, I never saw that. So.
No, I like it because it sets up the fact that he's because if anything, like especially based off the trailer, you assume that Mewtwo's the antagonist of the movie.
Yeah.
Like you assumed he's the villain, so it already sets your expectations. You're like, oh, okay. That's why I was like, it was really funny that the word predictable got thrown around a few times on this. I was like, I don't know. It kind of set you up with stereotypes and then kind of turned it on its head. I kind of liked it.
I mean,
the character design is fucking awesome. I like remember how I said about Sonic, how he looked too real?
Yeah.
So he looked fucked up and he didn't look like his character?
Yeah. They
did not do that in this movie.
No.
It looks kind of goofy because they do look a little. It kind of has like a almost Roger Rabbit. I almost said Robert. Fucking Christ! I'm having a stroke. It kind of reminded me of Roger Rabbit.
Yeah.
In a way.
With like Toontown in it.
Yeah, but they have a little bit more like life to them. They feel a little more 3-dimensional and stuff, and I liked it. I don't know. It's one of those things like where it does feel a little off, but once you like, it's like white noise. Like once you listen to it for like 5 minutes, you don't even notice it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just part of it. I thought it was cool, man. Even to a point I was telling Anna I was watching. I remember when they're like on the credits and they're like showing you the world, like they're doing all these sweeping shots, and you see like Pidgeotos and Pidgeots like flying instead of regular birds.
Yeah,
and you see bison and stuff. They literally, like, I was getting to a point where, Jesus, I fucking get it. There's Pokemon, let's go. But I was like, but like looking on it, I'm like, no, that was really good. It lets you really like
take in
normalize.
The world too.
Yeah, well, and it gives your brain a chance to normalize it. It's like, oh, yep, it's just another day.
Yeah.
On this thing, and you have like, Dopinder and your main character going after a Cubone. Yeah, it was great. Yeah. I thought it was a good opening too. It was a good introduction to the characters.
Yeah.
I like them.
Dude, I want one of those Pokeballs. This looked pretty slick.
Oh, right? That thing looks so cool. It looked really dope. I was like, a lot of stuff, like, you saw it and you're like, God, that's exactly how I pictured it. Like, like the city, dude. The city looked awesome. It just looked like a beefed up Tokyo with, like, some, like, I don't know, nightlife New York tacked on it. It was really cool. Right. I liked it.
It was, it's basically Tokyo.
Yeah,
that's basically what they designed it like.
I fucking loved it. Let's see. The plot was actually pretty decent. I thought that was cool.
Yeah, the plot was decent. I mean, and I didn't know it was PG. I thought it was going to be PG-13.
I thought so too.
And as soon as that PG logo came up, I was like, okay. And then I was a little more forgivable about like understanding what was going to happen next. But at the same time, it's like, again, basic knowledge and everything, but I still got like little Easter egg things hidden in the movie and stuff. Mm-hmm. Just kind of cool.
Well, and I liked it was like, it wasn't overtly goofy and it wasn't like trying to be dark and gritty. Like it really towed that line really good. Like everything felt like there was stakes. Like I actually felt like people were going to get jacked up in this movie, and man, kudos to the main actor. I can't for the life of me remember the
Justice Smith.
Name. He's the guy from Jurassic World 2, right?
It's Justice Smith. Yeah.
Like, I knew he was a good actor from Jurassic World 2, even though that movie's garbage and he didn't really get to do anything. he's fucking brilliant in this movie, dude.
Right?
Like, he's really good.
So like, I watched it and then I read some reviews and people were just like praising Ryan Reynolds for like saving the movie or some shit. I was like, no, like if anything, Justice Smith's performance in the movie was just good. Period.
It grounded
like, he
everything.
He was
and,
the
like,
perfect one for that. And
like, oh, go ahead.
oh
Sorry.
no, go on.
It was just awesome, and it was a smart pick too because he just came off Jurassic World, so he worked with the CGI stuff like flawlessly. Like
Yeah.
it looked really good. Like he interacted and like
There was only one time, and I blame it on probably the CG people because he was probably told, "Hey, look right here," but they moved like Pikachu off to the side, so he was kind of like looking directly in the camera almost. There's only like one time that happened, and I was like, "Well, I blame that on the CG guys."
Yeah, and it's like I don't know, like I bought him. Like he did a lot of like the heavier emotional scenes really really well because if you had a bad actor, man, you're in a goofy world with some goofy shit going on, like that movie could fall apart real fast. It kind of like it's kind of like what reminded me of like Will Smith in I Am Legend. Like he's dealing with something really hyperbolic and he has to carry the scene.
Right.
It's like I know it's like almost polar opposite because like his is like empty streets and stuff and mannequins, and the other one's like a bunch of people running around and stuff. But like all the like the animals running around are fake.
Yeah.
Like they look like
There's
cartoons.
literally
So
nobody else there except for maybe the girl in some of his scenes and then the police chief.
She wasn't. I didn't find her to be all that relative to the story.
I think she just moved the story along to get him to go to the base and shit like that.
It works out fine. I thought she was just kind of a waste of space, but I mean, I get it. A good excuse to have Psyduck running around, I guess. That was funny.
Oh yeah.
I really liked and I mean there was some good setup too, man. Like he had a bunch of backstory, like his mom being gone and he grew up with his grandma and like the train ticket stuff. It's like, man, it made me care about the character so fast. And like the world building was really good. Like I just like how everything was like really intricated. Let's see. Yeah.
I don't know. The thing that got me to be like, well, what? You know, it was after the movie ended too, and I was like, but wait. When they reveal who his dad is, you know, because they separate them back, and then at the end of the movie, you hear Pikachu, quote unquote, talking.
That one felt really obvious.
I was just like, well, that's gonna be his dad. But then I was like, after it ended, I was like, wait, could he not tell that Pikachu had the same exact voice as his dad?
He'd never seen his dad.
He had heard his dad talk when he was a kid.
He was really young, and it was a long time ago.
Oh, then how would he know what his dad even looks like then?
I don't think
he lived with his dad when he was like 10 or some shit like that.
I don't know. That's
how
what they tried to play it.
They did. I get it. It was really forced in there though. I was just like, oh, so Ryan Reynolds has to be his dad because, you know, if you're paying him to be there, he better fucking show up at least once. Because it's the only time he was actually on set, most likely. Because all the other times with the guy running away, you never see his face and stuff.
Yeah. No, I was just more like I got the plot point. Once you realized what the old guy was doing, it was like, oh yeah, duh. Okay. I did like I like the little like setup though that the guy had been working on that plan for so long.
Yeah.
Because like he established a city that's like super Pokemon friendly to where nobody he had a no Pokeballs policy.
Right.
Which was clever when you think about it, because he needed everybody to be out so the Pokemon could all go feral by smelling that smoke shit.
Right.
I was like, that's really clever. But then they ruined it when they put him in the body. I'm like, oh, that looks dumb.
When he went into the...
Because you know how, like, he had to use his mind thingy?
Yeah.
Like, he had to put the cap on to get his brain into Mewtwo?
Yeah.
but everybody else he could like do the thing and they actually like merge them physically. Yeah. I thought that was really dumb.
Right.
And if somebody goes, well, he couldn't do it because he had to have the brain. It's like after he took control of Mewtwo, then he could have done it.
Also, then too, because like the girl, they show her specifically, like she's in Psyduck already, but she's still talking like Psy, like that. But Pikachu has the dude in him, so why can't they all just talk?
Yep.
Normally.
It broke a couple of problems.
Right.
I was just kind of like, oh, okay.
But as far as the movie goes, I would recommend watching it. I'm probably not. I don't know if I'll get it later down the road, but I recommend watching it.
Yeah, I would absolutely watch it. I don't know how well it'll stand up to multiple viewings. Because I actually thought they did a couple of twists pretty good.
Yeah.
Like when Pikachu was all fucked up and he had to get him healed.
Yeah.
I was sitting there going, oh, we're going to get introduced to another cool healing Pokemon.
That's what I thought, yeah.
Like we were going to see like Venusaur or something. And because at this point you still think Mewtwo is potentially is a baddie.
Right.
So then when he turned the fucking cliff corner, I was like, oh shit. It was like, I didn't actually see that coming, surprisingly. It was nice.
Yeah.
Did they? Easily my biggest problem with this movie was Ryan Reynolds. And I fucking called that shit way before this came out.
Well, I mean,
I was like,
some of his lines, he literally phoned them in. He wasn't in a studio.
Right?
So.
Well, they just gave it the Deadpool treatment a few times where it was like, they're letting him ad-lib a little too much.
Yeah.
Like putting him in. Because if they had cut a few things, it would have like grounded it a little better. Maybe taken. He just took me out of the moment a few times. And it's constant, like when he would make certain jokes, it just felt like Deadpool doing it, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm like, ugh. But I mean, he did fine. Like that one's just totally like, I just couldn't get over hearing Ryan Reynolds. I wanted to just hear Pikachu.
Right.
So.
Pika.
But I think the movie was really good. I think, yeah, Justice Smith or whatever his name is, he's fucking awesome. I expect to see him in a ton of shit.
Oh yeah,
down the road.
Yeah.
And like I said,
and he's not related to Will Smith, just in case people are wondering.
Yeah, thank God. I absolutely think. Oh, there was one piece of fan service that they did really well, and then at the same time did it really stupid.
What's that?
You knew for a fact they had to do the Pokemon cartoon theme song. You know,
oh, yeah.
You know, I want to be the very best. Like, you knew that was coming.
Yeah.
And they did it so good, like, at the beginning of the movie where they went to, like, so it was like an advertisement for, like, the Pokemon Parade Day or whatever. And they had the da-na-na. They had that song playing in the background.
Yeah.
And I was like, there it is. Very subtle. I like it. So I'm like, oh, good. We got it out of the way. Fucking like during one of the low points of the movie when Pikachu and I don't know why I can't think of Harry's son's name, but whatever. When they separate because they're mad at each other or whatever.
Yeah, when Pikachu's walking over by the bridge and he's singing.
Yeah. And he starts singing it. I go, God damn it. I was like, you're taking... Because it was actually supposed to be kind of an emotional part of the movie.
Yeah.
And then they kind of killed it with that. And they even had him singing it kind of like, you know, nobody knows. Like really bad, like fake crying. It was lame. I hated it. It took me out of the moment. That was...
Right.
Honestly, those are my two biggest problems with the movie is that I don't really like Ryan Reynolds, and there was a little bit of over fan service stuff with that one thing. But other than that, I thought it was really good. I liked it.
They actually did a decent job with doing like the Easter egg for Team Rocket, but not actually having them in there with just the R.
Oh, the fucking Ditto reveal, dude! I lost it. It was awesome.
It was freaky.
So I didn't even think about it. It was like, oh, it's not really a son. It was like, what? When they find him in the closet? I was like, the fuck? Wait, what's happening? And I was like, who the hell can even do that? Oh, fucking Ditto. And then when she took the sunglasses off,
it made it even freakier.
That was some freaky Doctor Who shit. It was oh my God.
They showed his Ditto do that when they were at the news station, because his Ditto like turned into a person and wheeled his ass away or some shit.
It's fucking crazy. I didn't even notice it. So it was even a bigger reveal for me at the end because I didn't have it set up. And it was like, and did you get like when they hit Ditto with the gas or whatever? Did you get the fucking like Terminator 2 liquid metal guy vibes? I was just thinking about the fucking T whatever melting in the lava.
The T-1000, yeah. I was like, why is this such a Terminator reference?
I was dying. I was really hoping for like a thumbs up, like no. But yeah, I fucking go see it, man. I love it. I would tell anybody if you haven't seen it, go see it. It's fun.
You did at Redbox. That's what I did.
Yeah, if you like Pokemon, they don't
or just
do
go
anything.
buy it if you're like a huge Pokemon fan.
Yeah, if you're a Pokemon fan, this is. I don't think it's egregious to anything. It's kind of fun. So I enjoyed it. I thought it was cool. Bet you didn't see that coming. I was really worried. I guess I could easily say that this is easily one of the top video game movies ever made.
Really?
I go this and Tomb Raider.
Which version of Tomb Raider?
Would Wreck-It
1,
Ralph
2,
count?
or the remake?
What?
Which version of Tomb Raider? 1, 2, or the remake?
Oh, dude, 1. Come on, Angelina Jolie. Come on.
Well,
now.
she was in 2 as well.
Cradle of Life was all right.
I don't remember the remake one.
That was the remake one. Yeah,
I don't remember that one.
I don't even think I saw it. We played the game, but
I might not have seen it then. Actually, I don't know.
We played the video game, and it's pretty much just the video game.
Yeah.
In movie form, so I just wanted Nathan Fillion to play Nathan Drake, but whatever.
I like the Resident Evil ones, but I also didn't play Resident Evil, the video game.
Oh, dude, the movies have nothing to do with the fucking games.
John, the best video game movie, Doom.
What? Fucking Doom. Oh my god. What? That fucking.
I've been playing Doom on the VR lately, and I'm like, okay, now I get like 5% of the Doom movie, and that's about it.
Yeah. Which one? The old Doom?
No, it's the newer Doom game that they put out for PSVR.
I don't know about VR, but
it's the new one that they have out for like. Well, it might not be new. I think they might have just refabbed it. Because it's the one for the Eternal? Switch and all those other ones. It's the same one.
Oh, okay.
I could find out. I think it's like a 2000 and some game. 2016, maybe?
You're a 2016 game, maybe.
Yeah, it's 2016 Doom. So.
Lies. Fucking lies.
So I watched another movie, though.
What?
With creatures.
The what now?
With creatures. Called Godzilla.
King of the Monsters.
King of the Monsters.
Dude,
did you see that yet or no? Or you have no interest in it?
I have interest in it, but not like you can talk to your heart's content, sir. I would love to know what you thought because you are the.
I liked it. It was a good movie. As far as what it was, going into a Godzilla movie,
you're one of the proponents of it's a Godzilla movie. It doesn't need to be like
no, not really. Like with my Godzilla movie, I want to see more monsters, especially when it's called the King of the fucking Monsters. I want to see more monsters fighting. Too.
Like Pacific Rim shit. Like, get on with it. Give me the robots.
Like back in the day with the original Godzilla movies and stuff like that. Like that's what you saw. There was no storyline for the people. You didn't give a shit about the people. They were just running and screaming anyways.
Or we're American and we have no idea what everybody's saying. Those subtitles could be lying the whole time.
Right. But as far as like the human aspect of it, they didn't do a terrible job. It kind of felt like they did as much with their human story as the 1999 version did with Matthew Broderick. So
love that one. Love that movie.
And that's not even the Godzilla movie. That's just a giant lizard attacking.
No. God, Japan is a very, very adamant to say that is not a Godzilla movie.
Oh. They did some cool stuff, like the first Godzilla movie came out in 2014. Then the Kong King of Monsters, or
Skull
Island, yeah, Kong Skull Island, came out, and then this one, and they're like trying to like connect them all through Monarch and stuff like that, which is like the company that went to Skull Island and was in the Godzilla first movie. It's in this movie too, and they're trying to make it one big connected universe. My biggest question was, because of how the movie goes on, why wasn't Kong anywhere to help out? Because they actually show other creatures from Skull Island leave Skull Island.
Oh. Well, how do those creatures can they fly and shit?
They just walk across the water. One of them is not a flying animal.
Oh.
So I was kind of like, why didn't Kong just ride that bitch into the...
Oh, but yeah. I don't
something.
know.
I was just like, why is he not there? Because they mention him a lot. But then, like, the end credits, they kind of allude to Godzilla and Kong fighting later on. So maybe that's their future project, is to do the Kong versus Godzilla movie. I don't know.
Oh, sure, why not? I don't know. It looks awesome. It fucking looks beautiful. But man, I hate those trailers. Like every time they cut to a human, they just say like a stupid one-liner, and I just go, eh. Oh,
no,
man.
they actually do a decent ish dialogue, but again, they go the route of like climate control bullshit, like that type of thing. Well, not necessarily climate control, but like crowd control, I guess would consider it.
The world's trying to destroy us because we're ruining the planet.
Well, we're destroying the world type bullshit, or yeah.
Yeah, so the best solution is let all the monsters destroy it first. Good call. Good call, lady.
They do some pretty dope stuff though with the Hydra though. So like the backstory on that, which is pretty cool.
Dude, hail Hydra.
Right. Yeah.
So go see it then. Go check it out.
Check it out if you got a Redbox nearby.
There you go.
Don't buy it.
Yeah,
I wouldn't buy it.
I definitely want to. I want to look at it. I want to see the dangly keys. I want to see things blow up.
It's cool. And there's a part in there though that happens. I don't want to spoil that for you, but it happens, and I'm like, that's when this other part should have happened. Like it should have dropped the bomb right there. Not literally a bomb.
A literal bomb.
But like they should have like went in for the next shot right there.
That Mothra's the fucking goodie or something.
Oh.
I'm curious. It'll be so pretty on my 4K TV. I'm so excited.
That and the F-bomb that they dropped, like they wasted it, because they get one F-bomb in the PG-13 movie, as long as you're not saying it in a specific way. Oh my goodness, my house is burning.
Isn't that always a shame when they only have one?
Yeah. They wasted it though, because they let I don't remember his name, but his Ice Cube's son is in the movie, and he's barely in the movie. Like they did the press stuff and they made it seem like he was like one of the main guys. Like he is a main guy, but he's like barely in the movie.
Gotcha.
But he gets to drop the F-bomb in a scene that's just like and you barely notice it too. And then there's another scene that happens, and I'm like, that he should have dropped it right there, because he was saying like this thing and it would have flowed just right, but instead he like kitty cornered around saying the F-bomb and said something else. I was like, that's where it should have went, man.
Oh, that's sad.
So
profanity should be a very useful tool in a script. Come on, people.
And it's especially in a movie where you know you're not gonna get it all the time, to hear it in a good spot would be the right thing to do. But I'm guessing they did it where they did it also because, one, it's Ice Cube's son, so we gotta be a stereotype like that. And
damn, you took it there.
And two,
man, how many tinfoil hats do you have? Oh shit, it's a bomb.
And two, it's like during like explosion type stuff, so you barely hear it. So I'm guessing maybe they were like, hey, let's just get it in here now, and parents aren't gonna bitch about it if their kids see it, stuff like that.
That's what she said.
But I mean, I would check it out. If not for the story, at least for the freaking monsters, just to get to see them fight some. You know, I mean, I could probably put together an edit and just give the fight scenes.
Yeah, right, dude. Come on, dude. There's probably already one on YouTube.
Probably.
There's probably already one
with like the old "Go Go Godzilla" music.
Oh my god. Have fucking Gatsuki come from the corner and go, "Hey, remember me?"
But I think as far as things I've seen, that's it pretty much. Like I'm started on iZombie, the last season. I think it's the last season on Netflix.
Yes, they are done. Yeah.
So I started on that, and
excuse me,
I fanboyed out a little bit because Nikki's never seen it, and she was sitting there one day when I was watching an episode, and I was like fanboying, trying to explain everything to her. And I didn't even explain half of the shit to her, just like basic stuff that was going on in the episode.
You probably sounded like a fucking 80-year-old lady, like telling her grandkids about her soap opera.
Oh yeah,
that one was in a coma. I don't know why he has an eye patch. They haven't known each other for 3 years.
Yeah. I didn't even get to my favorite character, Blaine, though. I was like, I didn't even get to tell you about Blaine.
Yeah, Blaine's pretty cool.
He's
Donnie
the
is my
iZombie, dude.
Donnie is my dude, though. I fucking love Donnie. And can I tell you, Major is way cooler as the military guy.
Yeah.
Like being the head of Fillmore Graves.
Well,
he's so much more interesting.
He did that. I mean, like, he was a generic, like, normal person. Then when he turned zombie, he freaking was kind of like lame-o, like, you know.
Yeah, he was just kind of, he was doing cool shit, but like his dialogue was lame.
Yeah.
It was just, he was so one-dimensional and boring.
And they were doing the whole brains to him thing, like the actual memory brains to him.
Yeah.
So he kind of was like always doing these stupid characters. And no offense to that actor, but he's probably the one actor who can't act on that show.
He had no range. Like, I'm just saying, like I said, when he got to the military thing, like, he was in his element. Like, he was fine. Like, I've told, alpha male, in charge, cute and charming dude.
Yeah.
Nailed it. Like, he's so good. When they tried to give him a personality, like one of the brain things, like, don't do it.
Oh, yeah.
Ravi ate up the scenery a few times.
So
a little too much.
Confused about him.
Yeah.
Ravi, because like he's a zombie, right?
Yes,
he is. But then like they had him in the last episode I just watched was when they did a drink test for the person to see if she was human or not.
Yeah.
And like he takes a swig of it and he's like feeling like the burn in him. Like, why is that?
Yeah.
Why is
I think he like half cured himself. Like he didn't have like a full thing. That's why like you don't see his symptoms pop up as often.
Right. That's what
like
I was thinking.
I
was like, why is he? Because like he'll eat the brains randomly and just take a personality.
Or even worried, like, why is he getting worried about being shot and stuff like that? Like, why is he even bothering? Like, yeah.
I mean, it still would hurt.
Yeah. The heist stuff was kind of dumb.
The what?
The like Ocean's 11 heist thing was a little dumb.
When did they do that?
Fine. Oh yeah, you gotta.
I haven't there.
Oh, you haven't gotten there yet.
I'm only in like 5 or 6 in, I think.
Oh, okay. They do a couple of world building things that I kind of like, but I kind of hate it at the same time.
Yeah.
But they do a really good job of wrapping everything up.
Yeah.
With characters. Easily Donnie is one of my favorite characters, though. I love and Liv Moore, dude. The Rose McIver.
Yeah.
I don't watch a lot of her other stuff just because she seems a little boring and she's in kind of hallmarky boring stuff.
Mm-hmm.
She is so fucking good as this character, man. And every time they give her a new personality, she fucking nails it.
Right. That's why I was
she's
like,
so good
why
at
can't she be in more stuff? Like after this is over, you know, since it's over, I like to see her get cast into something really good, you know.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
because her range is wide.
Yeah, I mean, just think about cutting every like introduction scene from a kid. You know, every time she has to play the next character.
Yeah.
That's like the best fucking audition tape you could ever ask for. Like, Oh God, she's so great. And I always feel bad. I told Hannah this. I go, I'm a bad person because she looks so attractive in her zombie makeup.
Yeah.
And then when they make her normal, I go, oh, put the makeup back on. It was cool.
Right.
You look edgy.
Yeah. I mean, I feel the same way. Yeah.
It was crazy. But yeah, you're in for a treat. I think it did all right.
One of the best things I like about the show, like besides like it's actually decent storytelling,
I think so.
is I like the when she like basically bakes her brains every episode. They do like that whole little
the chef
thing. Yeah. I was
I
like,
love
that's
that.
pretty cool. Like
They just do it all. It's really fun. There's going to be an episode that it's kind of dumb, but I think you might dig it.
okay.
I don't want to spoil it.
I know
You'll notice.
the last one I watched, they didn't do that because it was like Blaine's episode. He's like, yeah, she eats the brains, gets the memory, catches the bad guy, blah blah blah. I was like, that's fucking funny because it's like everyone expects, the whole brain thing.
Yeah. I like writing that uses the tropes and stuff to their advantage.
Yeah.
Like that's something Joss Whedon's always really good at. That's why I like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. It knows when it's kind of getting a little too up its own ass.
Mm-hmm.
And they go, okay, we're going to have a little change of pace here. We're going to have something else happen instead.
I didn't even know iZombie when I first started watching it was a CW show.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I've only watched it on Netflix. And that's
you should,
it. And
you should check out the
knew.
comic book. I think you might like the comic book. It's like way different.
Yeah.
Because like, I think there's like werewolves and there's like a sexy mummy that she falls in love with and stuff like that in the comic book.
Right.
So I would check that out if I were you, because it would be fun because it's so different that it like doesn't hurt the show in any way.
Right.
Which is cool. I like the man. I really like the show.
Dude.
I really do. It easily my favorite addition to Babineau's character is obviously introduced in one of my favorite episodes, the fucking Dungeons and Dragons one.
Yeah.
I fucking die. It's all the time. It's just their interactions are so great. Dungeons and Dragons is rarely portrayed on screen like well, like, without making everybody look like idiots. That one kind of does the same, but I found it really funny.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, cool. I like Babineau, dude. That actor's awesome. I'm so gonna be looking at like anything he's in. I'm gonna watch now because he's just that good. Yeah, I just like shows that have good casts like this. Like, there's not a weak link on it, man. They're all good.
Yeah.
Or at least the main cast. I like the entire main cast. So
I like,
sad to see it go, but glad it goes when it's before it really jumps the shark.
Right, when it's like still doing good. Unlike shows like Arrow and Flash and stuff like that. Which I mean, I understand why they do what they do, but it's still.
I wish it'd be less formulaic.
Yeah.
Batwoman's looking worse and worse.
I haven't seen any more things for it. I'm just waiting. I'm gonna give it at least through the crossover.
Yeah, I'm excited. God, it's only a couple months away.
It starts
October.
out this October.
It's like October. It's like October 8th or something. I think is like the first night
of the crossover.
I think it's all the shows coming back.
Okay.
Because I don't think they're doing the crossover right off the bat, are they?
No.
It's like
they're doing the crossover right around Christmas time, before Christmas. Then they go on their break, and then they finish it up, which is why I'm not watching any of it until it's completely over. Because they're doing three parts before Christmas and then 2 parts after.
Dude, how do you not watch those 3? People are gonna spoil the shit out of it.
I can avoid spoilers.
That's gonna be an event, dude. Are you kidding me? This is like the CW's Endgame, dude.
I can't. The first 3 is gonna be Batwoman, Supergirl, and Flash.
Yeah, and Flash is probably gonna
be the one, and then you have Arrow and Legends will finish it off.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I don't know.
So fucking excited.
I don't want to split it up. See,
I don't either. But dude, people are gonna fucking spoil the shit out of it.
Yeah, unfortunately.
You know it.
I mean, I really though on my friends list for Facebook, anyways.
Yeah.
There's not many friends I have that actually watch the shows, except you and maybe a couple people that just don't say anything about it because it's the CW. Oh no.
I think you're gonna crack. It's too long.
I don't know. We'll see.
I'll be proud of you. I'll watch for you, buddy. I'll watch them twice. I'll even sit through Supergirl twice. God, that's pretty much everything.
I'm gonna call out this dumb website.
Uh-oh.
Because they keep pissing me off. Not the one you think.
I'm not saying the name.
Cosmic Book News. These people keep reporting fake stuff. I'm not gonna say fake news. Damn it.
Fucking fake news.
They keep
Hashtag
reporting
not
all
my
this
news.
bad stuff, and the thing is, a lot of people who do like comic book, movie, shit news like that on YouTube, they're always finding this as their source and quoting it as their source, and that's when I know I'm done watching your shit. But then like other sites will pick it up too and say this is news, and they're not quoting that. But it's like I look at the dates when it dropped, and Cosmic Book News is always the first one to report that, and it's all fake bullshit. Like they're the ones that came up with the idea for the whole Sony Disney deal with 7 movies and this and that shit. They're the ones that originated that. That's whenever people posted it in our group, I was like, y'all need to vet this shit because this ain't good.
Hey, I posted the link from Screen Rant, so
right.
That's why I didn't give my opinion. I linked somebody else's opinion. I was like, hey man, I'm just putting out what other people said.
Because they did another one, and I followed it around to places, and all these other websites are saying, according to reports by Cosmic Book News, this, and this, and I'm like, I can't believe it. There's no reason for me to believe this information right now, and it's regarding Birds of Prey.
Oh,
and they're trying to say that. I'm going to say it because it sounds stupid as shit.
The reshoots?
The reshoots. It's like they're talking about doing reshoots because of the pedophile undertones or some shit. Not even undertones. Apparently, Ewan McGregor's gay black mask character is trying to capture and murder teenage Cassandra Cain after the young DC heroine swallowed pictures of his genitalia inside the diamond. 1, what the fuck does that even mean?
Why? Yeah.
And 2, if the movie thought, like the studio thought that would be a bad idea, why would they shoot it in the first place? But what the heck does...
Are they sponsored by Subway or
what does swallowed pictures inside of a diamond mean? I'm like she's swallowing dick pics basically inside a diamond. That's what this says. And that's what all of them say because they're quoting Cosmic Book News. What the fuck does that mean?
All I could think is like it's that bullshit thing where there's like miniature data and like the diamonds and you have to like find it and it's got something. I don't know.
This is a Birds of Prey movie. I don't think they're getting that.
It sounds really stupid.
Also, this Birds of Prey movie is coming out, and it's. Can we just say it's basically like Charlie's Angels?
Well, I mean, I imagine that's about the angle they're aiming for. I mean,
which we have a Charlie's Angels movie coming out too, don't we?
Yeah, with Kristen Stewart.
Yeah.
That looks horrific. But, whatever. Could be fun. Could surprise me. I like Elizabeth Banks. Sure, why not? Why not? What am I waiting for? I'm on the edge of my seat. Tell me. My pants are getting tight.
I don't know who this person is, but they tweeted Grace Randolph. Some Birds of Prey stands are crazy. That's how they said it. Crazy.
Crazy.
I just heard again today from another source that it's Rogue One situation. The movie's getting a huge overhaul. Thank goodness we were able to warn Warner Brothers of the travesty of the dick pics. Long live the DCEU. What? This can't be real. They would not do that in this movie, would they? I want to see the original script now. If this is a real thing.
Where did Harvey Weinstein work again?
Apparently this is just a movie reviewer, so maybe, I don't know.
That just seems so insane. Like, no way that script got okayed, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
and then there's this person that tweeted this. In a few hours, your lies about Birds of Prey will be exposed. Remember, kids, it's never okay to slander someone because you can't get over your nostalgia.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. I was with him until he said the last part. I was like, oh, shit.
Yeah. So, sorry, people. It's been noisy today. We're in the middle of a fucking hurricane.
Oh, yeah. Fucking Dr. Dorian's knocking at your fucking door. Actually, you guys probably aren't going to get hit too bad, I don't think.
No, it's looking like it's moving. I don't know. Yeah.
Okay.
We'll see.
Late breaking news.
Late breaking news. A week later.
Oh, man. I don't think there's anything else that's made me super sad lately yet.
No. Have you seen anything else new? Like,
I don't believe so. Hey, man, that was a lot. I got a couple movies in. Like I said, and I've been working on Let's Plays. I finally upload my first Let's Play to my new channel on YouTube. I'm excited.
Nice.
Yeah. It is me and Philip Span, a former guest, audio god. We played doubles in fucking Mario Tennis for the Switch.
Yeah.
Shit was fun, man. That game was a lot of fun. For an audio guy, though, I have to keep making fun of him because, like, we've recorded, like, 3 videos because he lives in Austin, Texas, and I live in Minnesota. And so what'll happen is we'll Skype each other, and then we'll play the game. There's got to be a more efficient way to do that. I haven't figured it out yet, but I'll figure it out. And so I'll have my mic on recording my audio, and I had him record his. And then I just have to, like, go through both our audio waves and cut out our echoes and then line us up. But he's had his fucking recorder die on me, like, twice now. So then I have to, like, go through my entire waveform, cut his audio, like, triple it and turn it up. So I think I'm just going to put, like, a condenser mic on my phone now and just record him every time just to have a failsafe. But it's fucking fun. God, I played for like an hour and a half. I probably should have cut the video in half, but it's like, they're just like one-off tennis matches.
Right.
And we were getting our fucking asses kicked in. So it was like, no, we are breaking 50-50 before we're going to break even before we fucking quit. And it took us an hour and a half to do so. So if that doesn't tell you, but, no, I'm working on a couple other games. I'm hoping to release a Let's Play every week, so we'll see how that goes, depending on what games I play and how much editing it takes. But yeah, my new channel, Bald Man Bad. I went with that.
Bald Man Bad.
Yeah, kind of. Don't have a cool icon yet. I'm actually talking to a guy.
You got a sweet theme song coming on? Bald Man Bad.
Oh, yeah, there we go. Like Jolly, maybe fucking bust out on a xylophone. Got some guy working on some artwork for me, kind of trying to do like a nerdy, angry Mr. Clean.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that goes. Yeah, it'll be fun.
Which so, are you gonna do more than Let's Plays on there, or just focusing on that stuff now?
I might start like re-releasing like old shorts I worked on, or maybe like AMV videos that I worked on just for fun, just to kind of show my editing range. But for the most part, it's going to be mostly Let's Plays and Like maybe if I decide to start doing like one-off film reviews, just like.
Or why didn't you critique the critiquers?
Yeah, there we go. That'd be fun. Do my own EFAP. That'd be boring as shit. God, dude, fucking Patrick Willems. That's so funny. That guy literally said, fucking Christ. One, he's like, you're watching movies wrong. I was like, that's what you want to hear from a guy who fucking judges the fundamentals of filmmaking.
Wait, who said this?
Patrick Willems.
Okay.
He's this like film analysis.
There's not a right or wrong way to watch a movie, I would say.
No, there isn't. It's like, a movie. You watch it.
You turn it on. You hit play.
Yeah.
You open your eyes. Don't fall asleep like my wife does, but
yeah. It's like maybe if you like put in earplugs so you can't hear anything, and then you put dark, fucking tape your eyes closed, then yeah, maybe you're watching it wrong. I don't know, but fucking Christ.
Or,
and then but then he's arguing for like The Last Jedi being this great movie.
Mm-hmm.
At the same time, he's going, well, it doesn't matter if it doesn't make sense. It's a sci-fi movie about space wizards. It's space wizards for children. I'm like, for real? Remember when we like killed all those kids? So when did it start being for kids? Was it when Anakin murdered all those kids, or when we beheaded Dooku, or?
I mean,
just remind me
when it first came out, it was like we're not talking about the prequel. Are you talking about just the prequels?
No, I'm talking about the OT.
Okay, yeah. So when they first came out, it was the 70s, and they were made for adults and teenagers, I guess. Yeah, I don't think kids you didn't take your kids to the movie theaters back then. They cost
the most kid thing in the OT is probably the Ewoks. Like, come on.
Yeah. Which that wasn't until the 80s, so
the prequels absolutely went a little bit more like, I'm trying to make it for everyone, something the whole family will like. But that's kind of why they weren't as well received. Now looking back on them with the sequel trilogy, everybody's pretty happy with the prequels. But God, when a guy's just like, the guy says movies aren't supposed to be logical, like, oh my God, just hearing just fucking.
Maybe he should reword what he says and say, movies aren't. I don't even know how to rephrase logical.
Dude, just watch one of his critiques. I want to die. Like, the one I was talking about is these guys do their podcast EFAP, where they will take a lot of like mainstream reviewers or just like people who are like spouting things very wrong. And they'll take their YouTube videos, and pretty much every time they make a bad point or something, they'll pause it. It's almost like a lecture. Like, these guys are, I mean, I don't know what their credentials are. I know one of the guys who pretty much runs it was like a debate moderator for like a really long time, I guess. So he just knows the mechanics of like making statements and arguments and purpose and like basic, I don't know, just kind of good hardcore fundamentals of storytelling.
Yeah.
So it's really fun. I mean, obviously you don't agree with everything they say, and he brings on guests and stuff, so they don't always all have the same opinion, which is really neat.
Right.
Man, they took his like 16-minute fucking YouTube video and dissected that thing for like 5 fucking hours.
Yeah.
It was a joy to watch because then it's funny because once you see him do it, you start breaking down the other reviews, and they all do the same thing.
Yeah.
Like, you sent me one about Chris Stuckman did about action films. And it's like, I kind of get what he's trying to say, but like the way he presents it is so just jarbled dog's dinner mess, dude. Yeah.
Especially the thing I've noticed more about a lot of reviewers too is they're not making it entertaining, and then it's just the same garbled bullshit everyone else says, which you can say the same bullshit that this last person said, but say it in a better way. Say it more entertaining. Use different words. You have language for a reason. We can, yeah.
Well, and a lot of issues is I feel like people are fucking forgetting what words mean. Like, it's like the hardest part. It's like words have literal definitions, and then the problem becomes a lot of words have multiple definitions, and it's like, okay, like if I say bad or good, you have to elaborate on that. It's like, okay, what are we saying is bad?
Well, also too, people even don't know what literal means because they throw around
Ted Mosby
literal all the time. Like, I'm literally on fire right now.
Yeah, that's funny. I was gonna use the exact same thing. That's funny. I don't know. It's just funny. It's fun to watch because you see like a lot of these, like Brown Table's a great one. Just these pretentious ass people who just talk out of their ass for like 10 minutes a day. And it was just like, you wrote this down and you edited it and it still went past your face.
Do they write them though?
Some do. Some script it. And and some people even like take a moment in their videos to go, you know, my script came out to so many words and I redrafted it twice. And it's like, how do you redraft and say this dumb shit? It's like, it's so dumb. Because the guy actually has a video about defending on why The Dark Knight Rises is like a masterpiece and it gets too much hate.
Yeah.
That movie is so fucking just poorly constructed. And the guy just comes up with the most vapid, like, poetic film school pretentious shit I've ever heard in my life. It's why I remember why I, like, steer clear of certain people from film school. I was like, God, film school was just so not for me. It worked because it was nice to kind of get a value of the effort put in. But it was just like, if I would have just surrounded myself with a lot of these people, I would have learned it. And there's so much YouTube shit. It's like, you learn so much more just listening to it every day. It's like, you know, whose opinion am I going to value more? Like, some kid from film school or like a kid who literally just watches movies all fucking day and breaks them down and has written stories.
Right.
And like, it's like,
when I do mine, like I realized, because I'll do like the Spider-Man one was probably the one actually that I'm like taking this from. It's like I basically just fanboyed out about everything I liked. And you know what? I thought about it and I'm like, I'm not going to do movie reviews on YouTube like every other dumbass does. I'm just going to make fanboy reviews and say all the cool shit that was in this movie. Yeah. And then,
and like I said,
then I do have my other set that I've only done one of, but it was like the what the fuck was this type review. And then I'll just bitch about everything.
What was that? That was Slender Man, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was Slender Man.
I remember that. That was
horrible. But like, I'm not gonna go in there and try and make, because there is that issue with when you critique it to a certain point, you're gonna have all these people being like, "What the fuck is he talking about? Like, does he know anything about anything?" And even if you do know what you're talking about, but you say it in the wrong way, it comes out. Because like me, I don't script anything. I just go off the cuff. You can literally tell.
Yeah, right.
Literally.
Literally. See.
But yeah, there's a guy on YouTube that I watch his videos just for the entertainment factor of it, and it's pretty funny. It's called Aliens Guide, and the dude is like, he dresses up as an alien, and he has like the movie or DVD or whatever that he's doing every video in this like cylinder glass thing, and it like spins around in there like a showcase kind of thing, and he's like talks about it like in the persona of an alien watching this movie. It's fucking hilarious. Like not God. Like a green alien or some shit like that, but just from another planet.
Yeah,
but it's called like Aliens Guide on YouTube, and it's fun. It's fun to watch like a couple of them, not like a shitload of them. And you can't take anything he says serious because like he's super like over exaggerates, like because he's doing it in the persona of someone that doesn't know these characters or these actors. So like, you know, he'll take and try and like say their name, but say it with like a joke inside their name and shit like that. And it's fun to watch.
Say my name.
It's very vague humor too. So.
No, I was like, well, and I mean, to go back to like yours, it was like, your review was different. It's because like, it's a review of Spider-Man. Do you like it? Do you hate it? Whatever. These guys are going like, Far From Home's the best Spider-Man movie,
Yeah.
At all of them or whatever. And it's like, when you make statements like that,
When
definitive
you say
statements,
it's the best, period. It's like, it's the best for you.
Or like Patrick Williams is like, shut up about plot holes. It's like, you're inviting the conversation. If you don't want the conversation, do not title it something that is going to be combative.
Yeah.
It's like, and it's like, and it's also the same thing. If you don't script and you go off the cuff, like, you're opening yourself up to criticism. It's like,
right.
Well, you said this wrong. It's like, well, as long as you go, yeah, I did say that wrong. Sorry, my bad.
Right.
It's like, but, some people say dumb shit and then they backpedal and have to like defend themselves and go.
Or they'll say one thing in the same video, and then like a minute later, they're basically retracting what they said and saying something completely opposite.
Completely flip-flops, like on their own argument. It's hilarious.
Without saying, well, wait, let me retract what I just said. Or, hey, wait, let me cut out this spot where I said this, because I'm doing jump cuts every 5 seconds anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. They're just talking, and they're being flashy and putting images up or doing like cool edits and stuff to distract you.
Yeah.
And it goes, it's like 6 minutes go by, and you're like, okay, yeah. Kind of agreed, but I don't really know what he said.
If it's 6 minutes, a lot of them make it 10 minutes just for that algorithm
to
bullshit.
pad it out. Yep, exactly. Yeah, people are talking to me about that. I'm just like, I don't know, man. I just make what I want to make.
Right.
Like, because like somebody was because another person did tell me, it's like, well, why not break your Mario Tennis into two? Because it came out to like an hour and a half. He's like, why not break it to like 45 minutes a piece? I go, I don't know, because it's just two guys playing tennis. I don't have like a good outro or anything in the middle. A lot of people are looking at it as like, let's get the more content out there. It's like, it's the same content. You're just wasting more people's time. Yeah.
Then I have to click to another video.
And it doesn't, I like long form videos, and especially now with YouTube Premium.
Oh yeah. And you can
you can lock your phone now and listen to it. Like, it's awesome. It's because like me, like, when people like review movies, they break it down enough to where I don't need to see what they're putting on the thing. So I get to actually listen to what they're saying. It's like, how full of shit is this guy? I'm not being distracted by stuff.
By all the flashies. Yeah.
All the dangly keys.
Which I don't even think I put any flashies in my Spider-Man one.
No, just those goofy ass sunglasses.
Yeah.
Those are cool.
Those are from the Amazing Spider-Man movie.
You sent me a fucking picture of the Flash costume in a fucking thrift store. Did you end up getting?
No, it's not a thrift store. It's a pop culture type store. It's owned by the same people who do Books A Million, Second and Charles.
Oh wow.
But it's if I don't know if you have any up there, but we got one or two around here. And they're pretty dope because it's like a bookstore, DVD store, toy store, game store, video game store, pop culture, random shit, pops, comic books. They got everything, dude. Clothes.
That's cool.
Even like what some would call vintage, but it's just retro toys. Because they're only from the 90s. 90s is not vintage, people. But
we're getting there, buddy.
Shh.
We're getting there. Hey, our toys are worth more.
Yeah, you'd think so, but with all the refabs that they do, they kind of lowers the price.
Give me an original Saba sword or a fucking dragon dagger. Come on now.
GameStop is supposedly releasing the original 80s action figure Ninja Turtles as like a package deal for the 4 in one box, so it's not on card or anything like that. But I looked at them, I'm like, those aren't soft heads. Like the original ones were soft heads. So that's not original. That's like sad. The redos that they did in the 90s.
I like the redos in the 90s, though.
But the soft heads are the ones that are more valuable. And like everybody's pre-ordering this shit already. I'm like, you're getting gypped. Plus, that package ain't going to be worth shit. Go out and spend the $80 on the one in the package still, and you'll be good. I got Slash as a soft head still.
So, I guess that's like all. You got any upcoming stuff? Anything you're like dying to watch? Or
Joker next month. I was gonna say next year.
Yeah,
It
That looks
too drops this month. Actually, in a few days, I think.
I think that'll be great.
I gotta find someone to go with me to see it because Nick won't go see it with me. She barely went to see the first one, and I can't watch it in the house. So,
God.
As far as like anything else, it's basically the next 2 months are just clowns for me, dude.
Fucking clowns. That's fucking funny.
As far as I mean, I still want to see Hobbs and Shaw.
Oh yeah,
because I have not seen that. And then eventually I'll get around to seeing Dark Phoenix, so I can either hate it or be I just don't want to talk about this.
see how they waste their F-bomb in that one too.
Did you see it then, or?
No, I've just heard a lot about it.
What about you? What you got to do, see, or do whatever? Oh, there's also a bunch of shows, dude. Dark Crystal just dropped.
Yep.
I'm doing.
Did you watch the Dave Chappelle stand up?
I did.
What'd you think?
It's I mean,
it's kind of how I felt.
Because a lot of people are complaining about it because one, they're huge SJW advocates and they don't want to hear him talk about what he's talking about. That's where all the publicity is literally coming from this. But when you watch it, I still share that. I still recommend people watch it just to stick it to those people, just to get the numbers. Why the fuck not? But it's not the best thing ever. Seinfeld stand up was better. The one that Seinfeld did.
I thought it was funny. I like Dave Chappelle. It's not as good as the last two he did.
No.
It's fine.
It felt like he was pushing for that dynamic of, look, I'll say whatever the fuck I want. I'm a comedian. Get over it, guys.
Which I think we needed right now. And the social aspect of it, I think we needed it. So I'm glad he did it.
But it also ruined his act at the same time. It could
I
have
wouldn't
been
say
better.
ruined, but yeah, it did. It felt a little bit more like I'm making a point rather than entertaining.
His Jussie Smollett shit was funny though.
That was fucking juicy Smollett.
Yeah.
I thought it was all pretty funny, and the fact that it was all stuff that everybody wants to make fun of.
Yeah.
Everybody's got in the back of their mind. It's that's always the point with comedy. It's you want to find that comedian that says things that you wish you could say.
Oh, yeah.
I
mean, I say them, but
yeah, right. I thought it was fine. I would definitely watch it. I guess there's a second part to it, where he's got even more content, 24 minutes of extra shit. Yeah.
Oh.
I haven't watched that yet. I'm curious, but I would definitely. I would even say if you disagree with a lot of his shit, I think you should listen to him anyway, just to get a perspective.
I just wish people would remember it's comedy. It's meant to be humorous. It's meant to entertain you. But comedians have always, especially Dave Chappelle, one, if you're clicking on his video to watch it, it's going to be a little edgy just from ever watching his show. Come on.
Anything.
But they make it sound like he's attacking certain groups of people and being misogynistic. I'm like, his whole show was attacking everybody, and so was this special. He attacked everyone, including his wife.
Yeah. Everybody just needs to grow a pair. Everybody whines too much. It's you can get it. You only get offended if you let it offend you.
If you go to a comedy club and get offended easily, you're in the wrong place.
Yeah.
I mean, even Jerry Seinfeld, Seinfeld doesn't do super raunchy stuff, but you could still get offended by anything he says. Yep. Watch his show. Because there's a lot of people
watch
that
Seinfeld.
could.
Yeah, dude, they cover a lot of stuff that would if somebody
which
did that.
People are trying to say that show should be taken off of reruns and stuff out of Syndicate.
Fuck that.
Because of how not politically correct the show is and stuff. I'm like, go watch Friends then if you think that's not politically correct.
We just need to. I want this era to end. I'm fucking over this. I want to go back to the 90s.
You don't want the no attitude era anymore. You want.
Oh my god, yeah, the soy era. Fucking.
I blame it on wrestling, dude. WWE was attitude era all throughout the 90s. They decided to go PG, so did the rest of the world. We got fucked.
They all knew. They all knew. Stone Cold, we need you back. That's funny. Nope. I'm just gonna hopefully jump on a couple other movies. I was thinking, I just bought the Thor Blu-ray triple pack because it was actually pretty cheap.
With all three of them in it.
Yeah. So I wanna, because I can never remember anything about the second one, even though I've seen it twice. I don't remember shit. So I want to watch it again, and then I really like the first Thor, so I want to see if that still holds up.
Just remember in the second one, sometime in that movie, Rocket stabbed her, and then Captain America forced her to take it back in the ass.
In the ass. Take these rocks, bitch. What do I do? Smoke them?
Oh man,
I don't know. I'm excited for that.
Dude, that WandaVision show, I'm really excited to watch that though. I want to see which way they take it. I really want to see how they take it. Are they actually going to make it a sitcom like show, or is it just going to be like, a sitcom is like part of the thing, like inside of her head, or that's where she goes when she wants time. When she goes into her house or her room, she's in a sitcom, but the rest of the time it's in the real world because she can create her own reality.
God, I feel like you just like made like a I Dream of Jeannie show, like a I Dream of Jeannie remake.
I just made their show better.
Oh, did you though? Yeah, excited for Mandalorian. Honestly, I want to fucking roll through some Spider-Man. That game is so much fucking fun. I played that for like 3 or 3.5 hours yesterday. It was a blast. So I'm gonna just keep recording me doing that.
Is it multiplayer? Or?
I don't think so.
No,
I'm pretty sure it's
no online co-op or anything like that.
I don't think so. I'll double check. I'll let you know. But yeah, no, it's just essentially, it's essentially just GTA as Spider-Man, and it looks fucking gorgeous.
So how do you get your health up then if it's like GTA?
You just kick the shit out of people, and you get this focus bar, and then you can replenish your health by using part of it. It's kind of
not as fun as GTA.
No, it's not. No. How would you even know? You just put a fucking cheat code in. Fucking turn on God mode. Fuck that. Give me all the bullets. I want all the bullets.
Oh man.
But
no. I don't. Is there anything that you're missing or you want to see TV wise? I guess I would say because there's so much TV out there.
I'm waiting for a chance to start Good Omens.
Yeah.
On Amazon Prime, I want to watch that.
Did you Did you ever do Doom Patrol?
Oh, I only got like 3 episodes into that.
Okay. We should watch it at the same time. That way we could talk about it.
I'd be down.
Or Titans. I haven't seen Titans, and then
I do. The second season looks really good. I saw the trailer. It looks awesome.
They're bringing in Deathstroke, right?
Yep.
Yeah, Deathstroke. Which I'm like, can they just please have the same dude from Arrow do it?
Right? God,
the suit looks
awesome.
like people were talking about the suit though for the Titans one of him. Like they compared that one Arrow and the one from the Justice League movie that showed up at the end, which that one was just stupid. It didn't go anywhere. And then the one from Titans, it looks really slick. Like I
like that.
It's skinny. But I'm like, the one from Arrow was the best.
It looked like he was wearing hockey pads. He looked like he was wearing like
hockey pads.
Yeah, I tried not to do it. I'm glad you did it. Thank you. I'm glad I didn't. I didn't want it to be me. I just he looked really bulky. It didn't look like he could maneuver. The guy is essentially like ninja status. I like him being a little bit more sleek.
But the one that the costume that they showed for the new one, it looks like it couldn't take a hit.
Well, that's the whole point. He shouldn't be getting hit.
I mean, what if Deadshot's there to shoot at him?
See, did you like that? He fucking katana cut that shit in half. I don't know.
He ain't fucking
an old
Deadpool. He's Deathstroke. He's the ripoff. No, he's not.
You want to know how I got my name? Funny story. Deathstroking the cockknocker.
I still want to see just the scene. I heard of the scene. I don't really care about watching the whole movie. The Teen Titans movie where Deathstroke shows up, and they're like, "Oh, it's Deadpool." And he's like, "No, I'm not Deadpool. I'm Deathstroke." And he's like, "Oh no, you're Deadpool." And he's like, "I came first." And he's like, "Okay, Deadpool. Bye, Deadpool."
Oh, the Titans go.
Yeah.
Fuck. I was like, I could hear just from the way you described that. I'm like, that's fucking Titans go. I'm like, that ain't from that ever good shit.
Because they did that gag, and then they had Stan Lee in the movie, apparently, and shit like that.
Dude, they had Stan Lee in the Spider-Man game.
Yeah. Of course they did.
That was awesome.
Come on, true believers.
Hannah and I had a little moment. We were like, oh. Did it in unison. It was great. Man, how cool would that have been if you could have gotten the DCEU off the ground like earlier and Adam West could have been your Stan Lee?
Yeah.
That'd have been dope. Anyway.
Yeah.
But sadly DC's a mess and
no,
Mr.
I
Adam
mean,
West can
they're not
sleep
necessarily a mess for their TV stuff. Their movies are...
Oh, no, their universe is toast. Come on now. What do you got, Aquaman?
Yeah.
And
Wonder
maybe
Woman?
Hopefully this Wonder Woman movie goes good.
Right.
Because people are still talking about The Flash, and then if the Batman comes out, I'm assuming Batman's going to have nothing to do with
that
these
Flash movie is never getting made. They will.
I know. Why do they still talk about it?
They will never make. I'm not gonna say never, but I'm gonna say never. They will never make a live-action Flash movie.
Again,
it would be a lot
of
stuff to try and shove into one movie, especially if they tried to go back and do the whole "How'd he get his powers" bullshit. And because the Ezra Miller's Flash was not Barry Allen. Maybe on Earth 5 billion, but.
He's more of a Wally. You'd have been a better Wally West.
Like they just made him look like such a pansy. Like, oh, I just really push people aside, and I've never really saved anyone, even though we saw you save someone in the Batman v Superman, and then we saw you arrest Captain Boomerang in Suicide Squad before this movie came out. So, what is it?
Yeah,
come on, DC. Also, didn't we?
They're not good at recognizing themselves.
Didn't we have Mira and Aquaman talk to each other in Justice League, and then they don't remember each other? Okay.
And his eyes are different colors. It's all dumb. Fucking Aquaman's dumb.
The only good thing about the DCU was Batfleck fight scenes.
God, that was cool. God, the things we could have had.
I'm really hoping that Pattinson does a good job.
I think he's gonna be fucking great. I want it. I just want it to be good.
He's got to be great because so many people are already hating it that he's gonna just like.
I hope so.
Ruin that role.
Just use that fucking hatred, dude. Fucking Sith Lord that shit and get yourself swole as fuck.
When you're punching the stunt guys on set, and remember all those dumbass fans that said you can't do this role. Sparkly
fucking,
boy.
Fucking Sparkles here. I'm gonna fucking sparkle the shit out of you. Razzle dazzle, bitch.
I mean, it only makes sense that he's a vampire and now turns into a Batman. Dun, 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 dun,
I got it.
Dun, dun, dun. Crickets.
Oh, shit. Well, I'm going to probably go jump on my PS4 and go play me some fucking Spooderman.
Spooderman.
Have fun with your fucking hurricane.
What?
I was just about to say have fun with your hurricane. Apparently I had a Freudian slip of whores. Don't read into that, please.
You had the stroke just now.
I did. Everything smells like toast.
Okay.
Was that the alarm?
That's the alarm. All right. For this episode of Operation Babble.
Yeah, go have yourself some fun. Go watch Detective Pikachu. Pika pika. Later, nerds.
Con. No.
Thanks for tuning in to another great episode of Operation Babble. You can catch this episode and more at soundcloud.com/Operation Babble or iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify, and Google Play at Operation Babble or YouTube at Myke Shrews, MYKESHREWS. Have a great day, guys. Peace.